The Life and Sad Ending of Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline was born on September 8, 1932, was born Virginia Patterson Hensley in Winchester Memorial Hospital, located in Winchester, Virginia. Cline's mother, Hilda, was only 16 years old at the time of her birth. Besides being called Virginia in her childhood, she was also referred to as Ginny. At age 13, Cline was hospitalized with a throat infection and rheumatic fever. It was during this time she developed an interest in singing. She started performing with her mother in the local Baptist choir. Mother and daughter also performed duets at church social events. She also taught herself how to play the piano. Upon entering the 9th grade, Cline enrolled at John Hanley High School in Winchester, Virginia. However, the family had trouble sustaining an income after her father's desertion. Therefore, Cline dropped out of high school to help support the family. She began working at Gount's Drug Store in the Winchester area as a clerk and soda jerk. Cline was married twice. Her first marriage was to Gerald Cline, on March 7, 1953. The pair began living separately by the end of 1956 and divorced in 1957. Cline married her second husband Charlie Dick on September 15, 1957. The pair had children Julie and Randy together. Their relationship was considered both romantic and tempestuous. Patsy Cline is considered one of the most influential vocalists of the 20th century and was one of the first country music artists to successfully cross over into pop music. Cline had several major hits during her 8-year recording career, including 2 number-1 hits on the Billboard Hot Country and Western Sides chart. Cline's first professional performances began at the local WINC radio station when she was 15. In the early 1950s, Cline began appearing in a local band led by performer Bill Peer. Various local appearances led to featured performances on Connie B. Gay's Town and Country television broadcasts. It also led to the signing of her first recording contract with the Four Star label in 1954. She had minor success with her earliest four-star singles including A Church, A Courtroom and Goodbye 1955 and I've Loved and Lost Again 1956. In 1957 however, Cline made her first national television appearance on Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts. After performing Walkin' After Midnight, the single would become her first major hit on both the country and pop charts. From 1957 to 1961 Cline's further singles with Four Star Records were unsuccessful, although she continued performing and recording. After marrying in 1957 and giving birth in 1958, she moved to Nashville, Tennessee, to further her career. Working with new manager Randy Hughes, Cline would become a member of the Grand Ole Opry and then move to Decca Records in 1960. In November 1961, she was invited to perform as part of the Grand Ole Opry show at Carnegie Hall in New York City. She was joined by Opry stars Minnie Pearl, Grandpa Jones, Jim Reeves, Bill Monroe, Marty Robbins, and Farron Young. By the end of the year, Cline had won several major industry awards including Favorite Female Vocalist from Billboard magazine and Cashbox magazine's Most Programmed Female Artist. Under the direction of producer Owen Bradley, her musical sound shifted and she achieved consistent success. The 1961 single I Fall to Pieces would become her first to top the Billboard country chart. As the song became a hit, Cline was severely injured in an automobile accident, which caused her to spend a month in the hospital. After recovering, her next single release Crazy would also become a major hit. Also in 1961, Cline was back in the studio to record an album. Among the first songs she recorded was She's Got You, written by Hank Cochran, and was officially recorded on December 17, 1961. She's Got You became her third country pop crossover hit by early 1962. She's Got You would also be her second #1 hit on the Billboard country chart. It was also Cline's first entry in the United Kingdom singles chart, reaching number 43. The cover by Alma Cogan, one of Britain's most popular female artists of the 1950s, performed notably as well. Between 1962 and 1963, Cline had hits with She's Got You, When I Get Through With You, So Wrong and Leavin' on Your Mind. She also toured and headlined shows with more frequency. In 1962, Cline had 3 major hits with When I Get Through With You, So Wrong and Imagine That. Cline's career successes helped her become financially stable enough to purchase her first home. In the summer of 1962, manager Randy Hughes got her a role in a country music vehicle film. It also starred Dottie West, Webb Pierce, and Sonny James. After arriving to film in DeLand, Florida, the producer had ran off with the money, according to West. The movie was never made. In August, her third studio album Sentimentally Yours was released. It featured She's Got You as well as several countries and pop standards. In January 1963, her next single Leavin' on Your Mind was released and debuted on the Billboard Country chart soon after. In February, she recorded her final sessions for Decca Records. Among the songs recorded were Sweet Dreams, He Called Me Baby, and Faded Love. Cline arranged for friends Jan Howard and Dottie West to come and hear the session playbacks. According to Howard, I was in awe of Patsy. You know, afterward you're supposed to say something nice. I couldn't talk. I was dumbfounded. On March 5, 1963, Patsy Cline died of an aircraft incident at age 30. She was buried at Shenandoah Memorial Park in her hometown of Winchester, Virginia. Her grave is marked with a bronze plaque, which reads, Virginia H. Dick Patsy Cline is noted under her name. Death cannot kill what never dies, love. Since her death, Cline has been cited as one of the most celebrated, respected, and influential performers of the 20th century. Her music has influenced performers of various styles and genres. She has also been seen as a forerunner for women in country music, being among the first to sell records and headline concerts. In 1973, she became the first female performer to be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. In the 1980s, Cline's posthumous successes continued in the mass media. She was portrayed twice in major motion pictures, including the 1985 biopic Sweet Dreams starring Jessica Lange. Several documentaries and stage shows were released during this time, including 1988 musical Always, Patsy Cline. A 1991 box set of her recordings was issued that received critical acclaim. Her greatest hits album sold over 10 million copies in 2005. In 2011, Cline's childhood home was restored as a museum for visitors and fans to tour.